It's your sports medicine specialist, Patience, and today I would like to go over with you some fitness equipment and tools that maybe you're currently using, or maybe they're ones that you haven't even seen yet. So, you ready? Let's go ahead and dive in. So the first piece of equipment I want to go over is called a resistant band. There are many types of resistant bands out there. In this particular picture here, this is more of a lighter resistant band. They're commonly found in like your physical therapy rooms, even your dance classes, your yoga classes. They have a very thin material base and how they're structured and made. So I would not recommend these if you're looking to have like an intense workout or you're trying to really build some muscle and tone, because these can rip easily, okay? All right, so on to the next one we're going to look into is one of my favorites. These are also a type of resistant band. They come in multiple types of resistant levels, as you can see, based on the color format. They also are smaller in size, so very easy to travel with, very easy to pack away. And with these, you can use these for glute activation, core activation, shoulder activation, back. They are great tools to use, definitely to add not only a challenge to your workout routine, but also for rehab purposes. So maybe you hurt yourself, okay? All right, so this is another type of resistant band. These are kind of common now. You see a lot of the Instagram accounts use these. You see some Facebook. These are a very thick material, and I do not recommend these for anybody who is a beginner level of fitness or anybody that maybe is rehabbing their muscles, because these add a very heavy and dense type of resistance that can cause injury if you're not sure what you're doing or how to perform the exercise correctly. But in general, I absolutely love these as well. I just would not recommend them for those who are starting off, okay? Now, here's the very common type of resistant band, right? These are the tubular ones, the ones that come with handles. They have different accessory pieces that can fit into the doors and keep them locked so you can have a full body workout. I highly recommend anybody to have this at home. That way, if, hey, you don't make it to the gym, you have another source of exercise tools, okay? They're great. They come in different colors that represent the weights as well, and you can combine all of them together to create a heavier weight. So I'm definitely a huge fan of this one. Now, here we have another source of resistant bands. On here, these are commonly taller and longer in length. They can be used to help with pull-ups. They can be used to help with heavier weightlifting. Also, of course, for those that are just doing basic exercises. But these are definitely denser, they're thicker in material, and they will definitely create a challenge for those who are looking for one, okay? All right, so let's move on to dumbbells, right? Everybody has a pair of dumbbells at home, or maybe you're interested in, hey, let me purchase one, right? Especially during COVID, I think that definitely encouraged people to look into buying some fitness equipment for themselves. So on here are some dumbbells. These are common. They have a latch on them where you can change the weight accordingly. You can add on little plates or take away. I really enjoy these. However, they limit the amount of exercises that you can complete, and I'll show you another type of dumbbell that is a little bit better. And these are more like octagon dumbbells or pentagon. I think they have 5 to 6 sides on them. So with these, they're a little bit more stable. You can do push-ups off these, burpees off these. They're a little bit easier to hold on to and grab. So I definitely recommend, if you're going to buy a set of dumbbells, look into more of these style types, okay? All right, now let's introduce you to the kettlebell. The kettlebell is a very nice piece of equipment here that I think has been very functional over the last few years. They range as far as the amount of weight. It can become very heavy, and they have just, very lighter weight. Very functional in the sense of they're easy to grab, they're easy to move around with, great for the legs, core, upper body as well. So I definitely recommend have a kettlebell at home. All right, now we're going to move on to some of the kind of stretches and strengthening type of tools and equipment. And these here are called foam rollers. So maybe you've never heard of these, but these are also known in professional terms as myofascial release. And what this does is these are the tools used to help release tension in the muscles, release the knots, kind of help ease out muscular knots, or if there's scar tissue. And these are excellent. I would definitely recommend to have instruction on how to use these and just understand the type of exercises, how many reps, how many sets. So make sure you have somebody kind of helping you or coaching you prior to using these. But they also come in different styles. You can see here they have little nods on them. There's ones that are smoother. There are ones that have grooves. So those are also depending on the type of usage you're looking into when you're having your foam roller. Some of them actually vibrate inside now as well. So there's a range of types of foam rollers to use. I would definitely recommend, if this is your first time, get something very simple and basic. And here you go. Amazon has it. Wonderful. And they also come in different inches. You can have 12 inches, 18, 24, or 36. And again, this depends on what part of the body are you trying to use the foam roller on. So let me know if you have any questions on this, but I definitely recommend having a like 24 to 36 inch foam roller as well as a smaller one. All right, so here we go. We're going to move on to the yoga blocks. Very, very common to find in, of course, your yoga classes, but also in physical therapy. I always enjoy to have a box or two at home, and this is because they're great for stretches. They're great for helping the body to ease and relax and muscular tension. There's different types of yoga blocks out there as well. So if you see them, don't be too hesitant. Try them out. See if it's something you enjoy or you can take home with you as well. And of course, who does not like some massage tools after a hard workout, right? So I definitely recommend at home have something that, hey, if your muscles are really tight or they're sore, have a way to easily massage them out. Another great, quick, simple tool is actually a tennis ball. A tennis ball is easy to use, especially in the hard to find places like the back, right? The middle of the back. Place the tennis ball up against the wall and be able to roll your body against the tennis ball. And so just things like that will help you out if you're dealing with muscular tension, but definitely get yourself something that will help massage those muscles, okay? All right, here we have what is called a BIA. Now, a BIA tool or a scale, it comes in many forms as well. And so this is a very common one that a lot of gyms have, a lot of trainers have. I personally have one as well, and I do enjoy them. I think they're easy to use, especially for clients, and they're easy to understand and read. Now, what is a BIA? A BIA stands for bioelectrical impedance analysis. And what that means is it's a type of tool that is used to measure your body composition. How much fat do you have and how much muscle do you have? And your overall BMI, which is what a lot of doctors, especially in the medical field, that is what they look into as well. And so in general, this is a great tool to use. Now, just so you know, there is a very low, but it is a electrical current that travels through your body. So I just want to give you guys that heads up. So it's really best to either take off like metal, they say, sometimes earrings, watches, anything that could become an impedance to the machine. But again, this is a great type to have at home, and it helps you understand that the weight on the scale is not the only form to look out for results with, right? So with that, this is another type of BIA. It's called a bod pod. You're going to see different types. And then last but not least is a scale. Scales nowadays have a lot of BIA technology included in them. And I absolutely love it, you guys. I think it not only motivates everybody, but it just gives you, that extra closure to see where your progress is really coming from. One thing I do want to give as a disclaimer, any type of BIA scale does have obviously a little bit of error at times. And that what I mean by that is your numbers can vary based on water retention, based on MSGs, which is what if you ate something bad, if you're bloated, if you're on your cycle. So there are some days where you're going to find that it drops dramatically and then it also increases at times. So don't get too discouraged. Just understand that this is not the most accurate type of analysis for body fat percentage, but it's definitely a great way to start off. Okay. So one of my favorites that I recommend is called a DEXA scan. And this is really important in the medical field, but also in sports medicine, as for our athletes, for anybody looking into, weight loss, strength training, is called a DEXA scan. A DEXA scan is similar to an MRI. All right. So there are protocols before you can just go into a facility and have a DEXA scan completed. But as you can see here, it goes into detail. It shows us where your thermal stasis is. It shows us where your bone mineral density is. This is very important, right? If you have a low bone mineral density, that's hard to develop and strengthen tendons and ligaments. It's not to say you can't, but what it does is it gives your trainer, your specialist, an idea of what we're working with that's deeper inside of your body. And then of course, it also shows your body fat percentage to the T. I'm talking about in grams. We could see the right side versus the left side. We can tell exactly where you hold the fat, exactly where you've lost it. Like, it's very detailed, and I absolutely love a DEXA scan. It is an amazing tool to have and to use. I definitely recommend anybody training with me to have a DEXA scan done if it's available and if it's in your means, as they can be expensive, but absolutely amazing type of body fat analysis and just overall general health. So as you can see in this last picture, this is what a DEXA scan looks like. You will typically have a radiologist who will perform that with you. And again, it's similar to an MRI. So there are some protocols before you can just go in and have a DEXA scan completed, okay? But hopefully this helps you out, you guys, and gives you some encouragement. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm so excited for you. I am cheering you on onto your fitness journey, and continue to press forward. You're going to do great.